Okay, so here we are. We should start using the materials from our kit. And we have this little toy microscope. Okay. You need to put the batteries in there. It takes some, let me see. It takes 3 AA batteries. You have to get those. Make sure they're in their right orientation. It didn't work for me the first time because I had the batteries in the wrong orientation. So make sure that the batteries are in the right orientation. Okay. And you have a little switch on the other side. One turns the bottom light, one turns the top light. Okay. For what we're doing today, you need to turn down the bottom light so that the light goes through the specimen and then into the microscope. Okay. And then here's our objective. Here's our oculars. And of course, you use your fine adjustment to get the image just right. Okay. So the microscope comes in with a few slides. It has wool, onion, and blood. Okay. And then there's a prepared slide that comes with your kit that has 3 shapes. Okay. I want you to take the prepared slide from your kit and look at those 3 different shapes. All right. And then the blood slide from your microscope. All right. And I like everything electronic. Okay, so if you could do this electronically, that would be awesome. So here's my cell phone, and I'm going to turn my camera on. Let's see, or so I claim. Let's see, I can turn my camera on. There it is. And I should be able to put my camera on top of the microscope lens and try to do a capture. You guys' cameras on your cell phones are probably better than mine. Okay, this is kind of an old phone. But you should be able to hopefully capture the image. And then what I want you to do is I want you to put that image on a Word document and tell me what it is. Okay. The magnification here, if you look at the blue lens, it says 40 magnification. And then if you look at the ocular, it's 10 magnification. So the maximum magnification of this microscope is 400 times X. And that's the one that you should be using. Okay. So again, I would like a total of 4 images. Let's see if I can bring my camera around here. Hey, there I am. So I'd like a total of 4 images. Okay. The prepared slide with the shapes on it has 3 little spots on it. Each spot has a different set of organisms on it. If you can do a capture for each one of those 3, that'd be great. And then the 4th one, go ahead and let it be the blood slide that comes with your microscope. Okay. If we do those 4, you put it on a Word document and you turn it in. That'll be it for this lab. Okay. I'm going to put what the Carolina Biological sent me as manuals, so you guys can read them and learn about the parts of the microscope and how to calculate magnification, which I already told you. It's the objective times the ocular, and it's full of really good information. Okay. But we're kind of getting our feet wet. We've had 3 dry labs. This is our first, quote, wet lab. And it's supposed to be an easy one. And then next week, we're going to up the ante a little bit more and get you guys a little bit more comfortable with working at home with a wet lab. Okay. So go ahead and break out your toy microscope. It is a toy microscope, it is. But you know what? 400x magnification. That's really good. I'm pretty impressed with this little guy. Does pretty well. And again, the only thing I'd tell you that I want you to do is make sure that you put your, oh, here, I gotta change cameras again. Make sure that you put your slide in there. See my slide? There it is, okay? Make sure that you turn the light for underneath, not above. And then what I do is I line up the image with the light. So I'll have this stage all the way down like this, and I'll adjust this so that the light goes through my image. I don't look through the microscope. I adjust this on the stage first. And then once your object is centered on that aperture, okay, then start looking through your microscope and start adjusting your course adjustment, okay? And I gotta tell you, this doesn't have a lot of play, so you're gonna find it pretty quickly, okay? Now, I anticipate the question already. A bunch of you are gonna ask, Elazar, my phone doesn't work for this. Well, if that's the case, then draw what you see with your eyes, okay? This is the way it used to be done in the old days. They used to call, before we had biologists and biochemists, we had naturalists. And what they had to do is they had to draw everything, okay? So grab a nice piece of paper, or actually, I know this is gonna sound weird, but bring Word up and try drawing it on Word electronically, because at the end of the day, I need for you to submit it electronically and to turn it in, okay? And don't forget that when you're turning it in, that turn it in is weird and it wants like 27 words. So you have to type some gibberish at the bottom of the turn it in order to make it come up, okay? So really easy lab this week. Either do a capture or do a draw of the specimen slide with 3 specimens on it, plus the blood one that comes with your microscope. It should be a total of 4 pictures. And if you can't do 4 pictures, then you need to do 4 drawings. Turn those into turn it in, and that means that we have just broken the ice and we've started using stuff from the kit, and next week it should be even more interesting, okay? So that's it for now. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, okay?